So, I'm going through my video feed this morning, checking out all my videos and shit like that. And I saw that Zone 6 dropped some respectful ether this morning. And I see people talking about Alexander Brand, saying that he's a cherry pick for Andre Ward, calling Alexander Brand a bum. So, I want to get into those two topics and talk about it a little bit. So, let me talk about Alexander Brand first before I talk about Errol Spence. Okay, I was talking with my brother, YTBC student, because we cool like stocking caps and waves. That's my bro, man. We was talking about that fight. And he seems to think Alexander Brand is a cherry pick, like the majority of the channels. Everyone seems to think that Alexander Brand is a bum. He's a cherry pick. But let me just talk about Alexander Brand for a second. I was watching this video from Boxing Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego. Because I don't really know Alexander Brand. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know him. So I'm checking through BoxRec and I'm watching Ego's video, right? And he said something very interesting. He said that Alexander Brand is a power puncher. See, like I said, man, I don't know shit about Alexander Brand. And these are the most dangerous fighters who you don't really know shit about. We call these guys bums, cherry picks. But you got to get to know these guys. And I did some research. Not only is he a power puncher, like Ego pointed out, the dude is 25-1. And his only loss was to Badou Jack. That's his only defeat. So is he a beast? No, he's not a beast. Of course he's not a beast. We all know that. We're all boxing fans. We know Brand ain't no beast. Is he an A-level fighter? No. Is he a B-level fighter? No. But is he a bum? Is he an average fighter? That's what we're trying to find out. Is this guy an average fighter? I would say he's an average fighter. He's a C+. He's a C- fighter. If you get a C, you graduate. So I will say he's a C- to C+ fighter. He is an average fighter. The dude got a solid record. He's a 25-1 fighter. So he got a solid record. He only got one loss, and that loss was to a champion, Badou Jack. So to call him a cherry pick, I ain't gonna go that far to say he's cherry picking. Because after all, he did fight, what's the guy he just fought? Yeah, Sullivan Barrera. He did fight Sullivan Barrera. And he's also signed to fight Sergey Kovalev, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world in my book. No disrespect to Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, but Sergey Kovalev to me is the best fighter pound-for-pound in the world right now. Just my opinion. Let's get into this Errol Spence talk. Now, Zone 6, man, he dropped some respectful ether this morning. That shit was, woo, that shit was some fire. Zone 6 drop. That's why we need people like Zone 6, man, in the boxing community. Because if you say Errol Spence was ducked, he gonna hold your ass accountable for that shit. So we need Zone 6 and we need more people like him to hold people accountable for the shit they say. But do I think Errol Spence was ducked? Technically, he wasn't ducked. That's like GGG and Laura. Technically, GGG ain't ducking Laura. And technically, Errol Spence is not being ducked by Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. Now, Floyd Mayweather did offer Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter a fight. He offered them a title fight for the WBA title. He said, if y'all guys fight Errol Spence, I give y'all a shot at the title. And they turned that down. So, can we view that as a duck? Some people may view it as a duck. I don't view it as a duck technically. The technical part of it is not a duck. Because Errol Spence is not ranked. But Floyd Mayweather did throw that out there now. He did throw it out there, Zone. He said, if y'all boys fight Errol Spence, I give y'all a shot at the title. And both Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter turned that shit down. So, hey, that's why you got a lot of people out here saying that's a duck. But technically, like I said, it's not a duck, man. It's not a duck. Ain't nobody out here ducking Errol Spence. And Zone set that shit straight this morning. He said it straight. He said if anybody want to say Spence being ducked, hey, y'all gonna have to see him.